Hi everybody. Today I want to talk about why people love the Fallout franchise. You know, Fallout is one of the most beloved names in gaming, with many fans out there, with a series that goes back as far as I think 1997. But why do people like it so much? There should be good reason for that, and there is. And today I want to talk about these things. First of all, I think something that really sets Fallout apart is it has a very distinct and recognizable visual style. Not just talking about the graphics. The graphics are nothing to write home about in each of these games. But what I'm talking about is stuff like the Vault Boy or the Vault Tech logo, stuff like that. I think especially the Vault Boy, because you see something. It's used in general meme culture, the Vault Boy, which it's bigger than just Fallout. So just these types of images are shared around the world, and even if you don't know what Fallout is, you might have seen a Vault Boy or two come by, and that's just something it really has in its favor. And what I'm talking about is these in-game things. For example, the perks. When you get a perk in Fallout, there's usually like a Vault Boy that's attached to it. That's kind of illustrates the perk, which isn't just like very good design wise, because it's very pleasing and you get a bit of an idea what the perk is going to be like. It also just helps in reinforcing that Fallout imagery that we're all very accustomed with, which is another thing. The setting, I think, for Fallout is very cool, very unique. The American post-apocalyptic world with very much drenched in American culture. I think it's a very cool approach. I think in video games it really sets itself apart. I think Fallout usually has, it has quite a lot of darker themes to it, but also enough humor that it isn't just fully depressing. I think Fallout has a really good mix between these two. It has some very dark humor. Even with the Pip-Boys, they can do really funny things with that. In the original Fallout, there was supposed to be a perk, and like the Vault Boy attached to it was going to be like him kicking a pregnant woman in the stomach. Things like that. It didn't make the game, but because it's quite fucked up. But it has a lot of dark humor to it. Also, something the Fallout has going for it has a lot of meme potential. Mostly because, its unique visual style, its dark humor, its good writing really lend themselves well to memes. And you'll see a lot of Fallout memes on the internet, on places like Reddit and such. And I think in the gaming sphere, Fallout just has this, very much this pull. I think it's one of the most well-known gaming franchises out there. And it might even get mainstream appeal soon, which, believe it or not, because it's getting... I think it's getting like a TV show on Prime, directed by the guy that did Westworld, so I'm pretty excited for it. But if that's successful, I think if it's gonna be like The Last of Us is now, Fallout will probably also get that mainstream appeal, and I think it really deserves that. I think that even a mainstream audience can very much appreciate its style. And I hope they bring some of that to the show. I like the Vault Boy. I think the Vault Boy imagery, especially what I mentioned, is so iconic and so like intertwined with Fallout that I hope they bring that back. Also, New Vegas. It really helped that New Vegas release, because there's still so many people who won't shut the fuck up about it. Me included. I fucking love it. It's my favorite Fallout game. But so many people that will still keep on talking about it, like they don't stop. Hey guys, have you heard of this underground game called Fallout New Vegas? I love it. Fallout New Vegas is such a fun game. It's my favorite Fallout game. But it really helps for Fallout that it still has this relevancy, because people will still continue talking about it, and New Vegas in particular. There's still many people playing these games. I think the most played right now is Fallout 4 probably. I don't know how Fallout 76 is doing. We don't really talk about that in the community, I guess. But Fallout 4 still also has a lot of players, which, if you don't know, Fallout 4 basically strips down all the role-playing things, most of the role-playing things from the previous games, and just does its own thing, and it's kind of more of a looter shooter, but it's very fun. I think I have like 300 hours in it. It's super fun. It was my first Fallout game, actually, So I would still recommend you play that actually if you haven't played any Fallout games. I think it would be a good entry for most people actually, Fallout 4, because it's very approachable and very fun generally. So yeah, lasting appeal. Still many people playing these games, replaying. They have a lot of replay value, which really helps them. It helps them keep relevant, because if people keep replaying them, they'll probably keep talking about it, which helps in its favor, of course. Also, I think I probably mentioned this already. They're just good games. Like, objectively, the Fallout franchise is very good. They have very good releases. Buggy, very buggy ones, but you know, usually a lot of fun to be had. So I think Fallout is a franchise that's worth to continue playing and keep talking about, because just generally a lot of discuss. There's good writing, very good role-playing aspects, especially in New Vegas. One thing that I do want to talk about, which is somewhat of a sour note on this video, the future of Fallout is somewhat uncertain. Well, at least not uncertain, but we won't see the next Fallout games in like many years. Like, don't expect it to be releasing anytime soon, which is a shame, because the last Fallout game we got was Fallout 76, and the last good Fallout game we got was Fallout 4. So, I mean, at least you're not a Mass Effect fan. You know, it could always be worse. But just, you're gonna have to wait a while until the next Fallout game. But just keep in mind, there's so much to already, you know, dive into and discuss. And Fallout is just a very good franchise, very good games, very nice presentation style, very cool themes, nice dark humor, and stuff like that. So those are probably mainly the reasons that Fallout is still so popular, at least the ones that I can think of. But yeah, thanks for watching. If you've never played Fallout, honestly, I'd recommend Fallout 4. It's the most approachable out of all of these games. I think it's definitely the best for a newcomer to the series. And if you want somewhat more of a challenging experience, at least like in regards to role playing, I'd go with Fallout New Vegas. Fallout 3 is very much fun too. I think it has a very fun world to explore. So don't overlook that one if you still need more Fallout, if you need to fulfill your Fallout cravings basically. But yeah, thanks for watching. Goodbye.